then, guys, welcome back to another Entertainer Spotlight here on NSK TV. And today we are absolutely honoured to have the amazing Yazmine with us. Yazmine, hello, how you doing?
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here today. It's
Awesome.
really cool, yeah.
I really appreciate taking your time to do this, because I know you're super busy. You've been doing lots of NSK TV, you've been doing lots of virtual parties, doing a lot of stuff for the NHS as well. So thanks for taking time to do this.
It's keeping me sane, to be honest. It's actually giving me something to do. Yeah, getting used to being in front of the camera a lot. It's weird at first, but yeah, I'm used to seeing my face all the time now.
Well, as an entertainer, you're used to performing live in front of people, and when you have to do it for the first time to a computer screen, it's a bit weird, isn't it? It is a bit strange.
Because you can do it. Oh, there's my cat. You can do it. No, Lemon. You can do it at a party. You can kind of do it, not think about it really what you do, but looking back at yourself, it's a completely different thing, and you can probably pick up on more things to improve, which is a good thing when you think, oh, okay, you know, and watch yourself back. It is funny, but it's a weird concept. But yeah, it's something that's so normal now.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now, you've been with us for over a year now. Must be over a year. Yeah, well over a year. And you are in the Gloucester team. So I remember training you in Gloucester in that village hall with Nemid.
Yes.
And have you had, I want to find out more about you. So obviously, I mean, just to tell the people that are watching this, your feedback is phenomenal. Everybody loves you. Every party you go to, people just rave. You're one of the people that we can send out to a party and not have to worry. We know that when you go there, you're going to put 120% in, and everyone's going to love it, and you're going to do the best job that you can possibly do. And you're a natural entertainer as well. Is this something that you've done before, or was it new to joining Non-Stop Kids? Tell us a little bit about all that.
It's new. Sorry, my cat just wants to cling on to me. I think a lot of people, if they've been watching me, they know that my cats make appearances in all the videos. Yeah, so it's something that it was new to me. I had been teaching a bit of dancing here and there, and around the same time as I got Non-Stop Kids, I started teaching dances to hen parties. So I'd get up in front of a group of hens and, you know, teach a style that they want. And the only experience I had with children before that, I was an elf at a grotto. I just needed the extra money. Yeah, I needed the extra money one Christmas. I think it was 2018. And I just come across it, and I was like, you know what? I want to be an elf. And I rang up my parents. I'm like, guess what I'm doing this year? My dad guessed it. He was like, you're going to be an elf. And I went, because I'm only 5'1", and he was like, this is it. This is your dream. And yeah, so the job went through, and to be honest, the company, it's a whole story within itself. So I was looking for some extra work whilst doing I did an admin job in the week, and then I was looking for something extra, and I thought, oh, kids entertainment, I've worked with kids before. And then I applied to Non-Stop Kids thinking I probably won't get anything back. And then I got invited to the audition. And I thought, oh my goodness, and I was so nervous. And then, you know, I come into the hall, stumbled across, and then there you are with Nemid, and the rest is history. I was so nervous. You know how nervous I was on that day. But ever since then, I just have I don't get really embarrassed anymore about anything. Like, I've done all sorts, you know, fallen over, you know, dance so silly. You kind of forget that you're doing it. It's so much fun. And I get to travel to different parts of the country, well, obviously not at the minute, and I've seen all sorts of buildings, all sorts of places, met all sorts of people, and I've done so much within a year, and it has just been amazing. Yeah, so that's kind of how I fell into it. I just applied, and I just came into the hall, there you were, and then here we are. So yeah, it's fun.
And what's your favourite party to do? Because obviously we got about 20 or 30 different themes. I know you've done quite a few of them. Is there one that you prefer to the rest?
I love all of them, but I prefer, you know what, I never thought I would love it is the Jurassic Park parties. I personally am not an expert on dinosaurs, and I've obviously learned a lot since then, speaking to my friends' kids who know a lot about dinosaurs. I'm like, tell me. And putting on that outfit, I thought I'd never enjoy something like that. I thought I'd prefer like princess parties. Don't get me wrong, I love them all. it's just the Jurassic Park ones, you can really play around with them, you know.
Yeah.
You see a dinosaur outside, and really get the kids, you know, you go, I was in the jungle exploring everything, and really get a story going. And I suppose when you come in with that premise, the kids already kind of know you've got the thing about you, like, oh, you're a dinosaur explorer. And usually the birthday kid is obsessed with dinosaurs. They're wearing a dinosaur t-shirt and they're really clued up. So yeah, I love doing that one, which really surprises me. So
That's cool.
yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
And here's a question for you. What one piece of advice, based on your experience that you've had, you know, you've done so many parties over the last year or so, what one piece of advice would you give a parent who's planning a birthday party? Outside of, obviously, the number one piece of advice is book Yazmine for Non-Stop Kids. But outside of that, is there something that you can tell? Because a lot of parents watch this. Is there something that you can tell the parents that are watching this to, you know, help them make sure that their kids' party is amazing?
I think, well, from this standpoint, I think we're quite good at the communication side of things. So if you can, just let the entertainer know as much as possible. We'll give you a call anyway, or a text, whatever you prefer. I think anything that will help the entertainer make it as personal as possible to the child within reason. You know, I always ask, you know, what favorite songs they have, possibly, you know, and then that really makes it personal for the child. So I think, you know, kids can be easily pleased in a certain way, but when you make it that certain special thing, just let us know as much as possible. I think that's probably the best thing I could think of is, and then the kid will be really, really happy. And therefore you'll be very happy with us. So yeah, I always try to get that information out there. So yeah,
That's
make
right.
it personal. Yeah.
And here's another question for you. So you have obviously joined Non-Stop Kids, you've been an entertainer, you're doing amazing. There's a lot of people that watch this that want to be an entertainer, but they think that, oh, maybe I can't do it, maybe it's not right for me. What advice would you give somebody who's thinking, oh, I want to be an entertainer, but they haven't taken that leap yet? Is there some advice you could give somebody like that?
I say just do it. I know that. I
Be
think
like Nike,
you can really
just do
surprise
it.
yourself if you saw how I was when I first started. I've got the confidence there, and I'm used to teaching dancing, and it was something so new to me. I think if you can speak to people, you can speak to children, and you can get up and, you know, obviously all the entertainers have got their own little thing that they're particularly good at, and once you find that, you kind of just do it. If you think you can do it, just apply and do it, even if you're so nervous, because I was, and it's like the best job I've got, you know, it's the best job I've had. So yeah, so I was so nervous, and then you just kind of push, because I remember doing my first party on my own. Well, hence the training, you know, we get a lot of support to like the other entertainers. And then I was so nervous, but actually it really pushed me out of my comfort zone. And even doing the virtual parties push you out your comfort zone. It's just, you just get used to it, and then you think, oh, I'm glad I did that. Honestly, I nearly before the auditions I thought, oh my goodness, but just do it. You might surprise yourself, because I did. So yeah.
You were great. I could tell from the very first second I walked into that village hall in Gloucester that you'd be great, and you were.
Oh, thank you.
It's true. So what other sort of things are you into? Tell us a little bit about Yazmine. I know, because I've got to know you a bit over the last year, I know that you're very passionate, and I think this is really commendable. You're very passionate about animal rights, aren't you? And you're very passionate about that, which is awesome. I know a lot of people in Non-Stop Kids are, and I know that there's a lot you do towards that, which is awesome.
Yeah.
You can talk about that, or talk about anything else. So
yeah, obviously I'm vegan. Obviously I try not to, I don't bring it up at parties or anything, but I think it's quite useful when I know a lot about dietary stuff, because I used to work in a cake manufacturer. So when parents come up to me and go, what sweets have you got? I make sure I'm quite mindful of the sweets. I only buy vegan sweets, gluten-free, because that's a big thing for kids, and I don't want any children to miss out on that. You know, everyone's getting sweets and this kid can't. And yeah, so do quite a bit for animal rights. I do photography as well.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm not professional or anything, but I was starting to get into weddings. I was doing it for my old job, taking pictures of cakes. So I'm really passionate about photography and dancing. I used to do break dancing for since I was 11, and
No
then
way, I didn't know
yeah.
that.
Yeah, so it's probably hence why I do a lot of the dance stuff. It's just something that comes really naturally to me, where I'm not the most amazing, but it's something where if I get the music on, I'm just like, I'm there for the party. So at the moment, well, was doing, you know, dancing. Obviously, we can't get together now. Our dance teacher sends us videos and we learn from that. So I'm doing virtual parties for the kids, and my dance teacher's doing virtual parties for me. So it's kind of like that cycle of keeping it going. So yeah, so do photography, do dancing, and yeah, I just love dancing, and I'm teaching the hen party, so that's pretty cool. So I'll get either like, can you do a Greece style theme? Can you do the Charlton dancing? Can you do hip hop one? And yes, it's a bit of a mixture of stuff, and video editing as well, just all that kind of stuff. I just
So where can people find out about it? So you're doing that for yourself, the dance lessons and the
it's for another company. It's called
feel free
Bounce.
to shout them out, I don't mind.
Yeah, it's called Bounce Studios. So obviously they're looking at doing virtual parties. They haven't progressed on that as much as Non-Stop Kids have. So obviously I haven't taught for a long time. I just had one booked for this Saturday. Obviously it'd been cancelled, and it was a Beyonce style one. So I was like, oh, looking forward to that. Obviously it couldn't do it. So if anyone's looking for hen parties, I know they do kids dancing parties, so it's specifically just dancing. So yeah, so that's pretty cool, because I have to make up the dance for myself. It's all mine, and then away we go. It's
that must be really fun as a process, right from the beginning to the end, and then seeing them do it at the very end. That must be.
Oh my goodness, yeah, it's amazing, because I just think when I'm doing the dance, I'm thinking, you know, making it up, taking a while. Like, what should I do? And then when I teach these, you know, these people these dances, it's amazing when they do it at the end, because I film it, because the office want me to film it, and then I have it for the girls and the guys, and when I see it happening, I'm just sat there like a proud mum. Like, yeah, so that's good. Yeah, so that's stuff I'm doing at the moment, obviously with Corona. So I'm so glad that we're doing this right now.
Oh yeah,
the virtual stuff, that we're keeping in touch and making it, obviously it's more than just, oh, we're doing it for a bit now. It's more than this. It's like getting to know everybody a bit more, all the other entertainers. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, there's been positives in this situation as well as negatives, and I think it's really easy to look at the negatives. But you know, a friend of mine, he said, you know, well, look at what this makes possible. What can you do that you weren't able to do before?
Exactly. Obviously, there's losses in lots of ways, but there's so many gains. Like, obviously, businesses are going to change. The, you know, the economy is changed already, and it's going to make people think, okay, what are we going to do now in the future? And I think this will be so, virtual parties are going to be a new thing, I think. Like, definitely.
Which is why I'm very glad that we were kind of at the forefront from it, and we were literally from day one. We've been doing them, and they're just, you know, we're doing more and more and more and more and more now. So
yeah, when you said, oh, do you guys want to film for the, you know, Facebook and YouTube? At first I was really scared. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to film myself. And now it's like in my diary, film the video, do this, do the live, do the party, and then it's just something that I look forward to. So yeah, it's good.
That's brilliant. But you know what? I'm going to pivot a little bit now, and I am going to ask you a whole bunch of questions. So we have been asking every single entertainer a series of quick fire questions, and we've got a leaderboard as to who is in first place. I still think in first place at the moment is David Burgess from Liverpool, because he's a Scouser and he can talk 10 words to everyone. But having said that, it's your chance to bring it back to the Bristol team, to the Gloucester team. You can do this.
Okay.
You can do this. So I'm going to ask you a whole bunch of questions. Let me just get my timer ready.
Okay.
And boom, here we go. Right, you have 3.5 minutes. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, so your time starts now. If you could buy any type of food right now, what would it be?
Lasagna.
Nice. What color is your toothbrush?
Brown.
Brown. If you could be This would be a good question for you. If you could be any type of animal, what would you be and why?
I would be a cat because I could sleep a lot and play a lot and climb up chairs of my owners.
And just chill out. Absolutely. What's one thing that you put on your bucket list that you haven't achieved yet that you want to?
Go to, oh my goodness, go to every state in America, but that's obviously more than one, but every state in America.
Absolutely. It'll take a long time, but I reckon you can do that.
Especially now.
Yeah, now it'd be a struggle at the moment. Who's your favorite superhero and why?
I say Spider-Man because he's just cool. It's one of my favorite ones, and he can go and swing from buildings.
He is cool. Who do you admire the most?
Sorry?
Who do you admire the most?
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's really, oh no. Who am I most? I would say both my sisters. I'm going to put both in because if I say one, it's going to be bad.
No, that's good. Family important.
Yeah.
What's your favorite summer activity?
Sunbathing.
Always a good thing.
Yeah.
If a movie was made of your life, what genre would it be and who would play you?
Well, I'm gonna say horror movies only because I love horror movies. I'm not saying my life is a horror movie, but it'd be like one of those comedy, like scary movie. And who would play me? Oh my goodness, who would play me? I can't think of anyone. Oh my goodness. I want that girl from The Heroes to play me just because she's blonde. Do you know
I know the one. Yeah, the one that can't die.
Yeah, not saying I look like her, but just because that's the only person I can think of.
I know who you mean. Yes,
yeah, she's really short.
I'm going to throw in a bonus question here. What's your favourite horror movie?
I would say I say the Amityville Horror just because it's just one of those classic ones I watched, and I would say The Ring as well because I watched that when I was 14.
Wow, scary stuff.
Nightmares, but it's still my favourite.
Have you seen Cabin in the Woods?
Pardon?
Have you seen Cabin in the Woods?
Yeah, is that the one that has a bit of a twist in it? Yeah, I've seen that. I want to rewatch it. I think it's on Netflix. Yeah.
You could go anywhere in the world right now. Where would you go?
California. We were supposed to go in May, but so I'm gonna. If I could go anywhere, it would be there.
Love it. What's the one thing that annoys you the most?
One thing that annoys me the most. Where do I start? No, I'm kidding. I would say one thing that annoys me is people that are rude. I can't deal with it.
Totally agree. Right. If you could trade lives with anyone for one day, who would it be and why?
If I could trade for one day, who would it be and why? Oh, trying to think. This is really hard.
Tough one, isn't it?
So, anyone who has their own swimming pool and a mansion.
Love it.
So I can just hang out. So any celebrity
that's loaded.
yeah, pretty much. Just for a day, just so I can use the swimming pool. I know. Yeah, I just want to have my own swimming pool.
I love it. What's the one thing that you're afraid of? Are you afraid of anything?
I'm a bit scared of the dark.
Okay.
Yeah. I sometimes turn the light off, and you turn the light off and you run. Yeah. In the dark.
Fair enough. And okay, where would you go if you were invisible?
I talk about this a lot of my lives, superhero powers. Where would I go if I was invisible? You don't want to know. No, I would want to just get onto any flight that I can for free, and then you can fly. Like, they don't know you're there.
Nobody would know.
No one would know, and you can get there. Obviously, you can't bring a suitcase because they'll be like, why is that suitcase moving on its own? But you know what? I don't care. I'll buy stuff out there.
Love it. Okay, last question. Okay, where has it gone? Okay, last question. Where's it gone? My screen's just gone blank. Okay, here it is. Favorite Halloween costume?
Favorite Halloween costume? Anything that's got lots of like special effects, gory blood.
Okay.
For the kids' Halloween parties, I don't do that, obviously. But, I would say either like a devil outfit or a cat, because I love cats. But if I'm going for, you know, the scary stuff, we're watching The Walking Dead at the minute, so I'm just really interested in the special effects.
I'm a big Walking Dead fan. So.
Oh yeah, we've been well into it at the minute, so that's something that we're obsessed with, and I'm obsessed with the special effects. So yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And I've got to finish this off with one last question, one last thing, which is, and you knew it was coming, I did warn you.
It was coming.
Can you do an impression for us?
Okay, who is it?
It can be anyone. I'm going to let you choose.
Choose.
Anybody at all.
Okay. I don't know whether some of you will get this. Okay.
I wouldn't try.
Okay. That's a little bit strange, a bit unusual, a bit different.
I know it, but where from?
A little bit strange. It's unusual, a little bit different.
Tell me.
Kath and Kim.
Who?
Kath and Kim. It's a program.
I've never seen Kath and Kim. I've never seen Kath and Kim.
You know, to be honest, I haven't seen much of it. When was it? Is it like early 2000s?
Really?
Early 2000s.
I feel I'm missing out. I need to watch.
I feel like we should do someone that's a bit more relevant now, but I can't actually think of anyone.
I bet there's going to be lots of people watching here that have much better knowledge of,
Or they'll just go, that was absolutely rubbish, but you know what? That's fine.
You do realise the second this interview is finished, I'm going to Google Kath and Kim, and I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna see how good it is.
Yeah, don't.
Okay, we're gonna finish off with one last thing, and I always finish off with this. Yazmine, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on here.
Oh, it's been great. Thank you.
You're amazing. You're a huge asset to Non-Stop Kids. You really are. You are brilliant. And I know Kay, who's the ops manager, she loves you. She deals with all the entertainers. And you see a big smile on her face when you ring up. So sometimes she looks at the phone and she's like, oh, but not with you. Exactly the opposite. So it's amazing. Give us one last thing. I always ask everyone to finish off with one last thing, which is give everyone a pearl of wisdom from your years of experience. It doesn't have to be about entertainment or children or anything like that. Sign off with one last piece of advice from Yazmine.
I would say just go with your gut. Obviously, everything at the minute is a bit crazy. Mm-hmm. I've just lost 2 jobs, my 2 main sources of income. And I managed to get something else, and I've got this, and I don't know how I've done it, and I don't know how I've got here. I just got here. Just keep going, and don't judge yourself on others where they're at in life. Your life is your life, and if you really want it to happen, it will happen, and if it's not going to happen, it's not meant to be. I love that. It is. Yeah, it could be hard, but you'll get there.
That's cool. That really is
cheesy, but it's something how I feel. And if you want to work for Non-Stop Kids, do it, because it's a really amazing company to work for.
Oh,
I'm not being paid to say this.
Thank you so much, Yazmine. You're amazing.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure having you on the program. If you want to find out more about Yazmine and you want to book her to do your kids' party, then just go to www.nonstopkids, check her out on there and let us know. And if you want to find out about the stuff that she does with hen parties, what was that website address again, Yazmine?
It's called Bounce Studios.
Bounce Studios. Go and check out Bounce Studios, and you can have Yazmine teaching you dance as well. Even better.
Let's do it.
Do it. And don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube and Facebook. We put videos up every single day. Yazmine is a regular on our Facebook Live, so she's always doing Facebook Live. So make sure you look out for those. And we will see you again. Thanks very much. Great. Take care. Bye, everybody.
Bye.